Why do we cling to who we think we are? Not who we actually are, but the image, the narrative, the version we've rehearsed so many times, it begins to feel permanent. We hold on tightly to personality, to preference, to the scars we've given meaning, to the roles we didn't choose but never questioned, and the idea of letting go, of not knowing who we are for a moment. It terrifies us. From the moment we're born, identity begins to form. You're so quiet. You're such a good kid. You're dramatic. You're difficult. You're smart. You're too much. You're not enough. We absorb these words like architecture. We build around them until we don't know where the comments end and the self begins. Some of us were rewarded for being the strong one, the quiet one, the overachiever. So we kept playing the part because approval felt like love. Others were labeled as the black sheep, the failure, the one who never quite fit. And even that became something to protect, because at least it was familiar. We learned early, it's safer to stay inside the identity we know than risk stepping into the unknown. But here's the quiet tragedy. We mistake our coping mechanisms for our character. We confuse survival strategies with personality traits. We cling to wounds because they've been with us so long, we start to believe they are us. And if we let go of that story, we fear we'll disappear. That's why transformation feels like death. Because in a way, it is. The death of the mask. The death of the I always and I never. The death of the version of you that helped you survive, but can't help you grow. We cling to who we think we are because that identity gave us structure in a chaotic world. But at some point, structure becomes prison. You say, I'm not creative. I'm just anxious. I've always been this way. I can't change. But these are not truths. They are stories. Stories told by a younger self, trying to make sense of pain, rejection, or a world that demanded too much. You're not lying. You're just remembering a version of you that's no longer required. So why do we cling to who we think we are? Because we think letting go means becoming nothing. But in truth, letting go allows space to become anything. We think identity is a solid object, but it's more like a current, always moving, always shifting. And the moment we stop gripping it so tightly, we begin to flow. Imagine meeting yourself without expectations, without needing to be the brave one, the broken one, the one who always keeps it together. What would emerge in that space? Silence, maybe. Uncertainty, definitely. But also, a kind of truth. The kind that doesn't need applause. The kind that doesn't have to explain itself. Just presence. Just breathe. Just being. The irony is, we crave change, growth, freedom. But we resist what it demands. Surrender. Stillness. Letting go of the script. It's not easy to admit that we've outgrown who we thought we were. That the costume is too tight. That the lines don't sound honest anymore. But that discomfort you feel, that friction, it's the soul pressing against the walls of an outdated identity. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to stop defending someone you're no longer meant to be. You don't have to burn your past. You don't have to reject your entire story. You just have to stop letting it define the next chapter. Ask yourself gently, what part of my identity is based on fear? Who would I be if I stopped performing the role I've always played? What am I still proving? And to whom? These aren't questions with quick answers. They're questions that open doors. Doors to versions of you that haven't been given room to speak. Yet. So here's a quiet truth. You are not fixed. You are not finished. You are not your job, your trauma, your habits, or even your thoughts. You are the awareness beneath all of it. The space where identity can shift, grow, evolve, without collapsing. Letting go doesn't mean losing yourself. It means meeting yourself more honestly. You are allowed to change, to evolve, to unbecome everything that was built out of fear and become what's built from love. Not the kind of love that demands a performance, but the kind that simply says, come home. So, who are you without who you think you are? Breathe into that space. That's where freedom begins.